Welcome to the part 2 of building a food delivery app. So in this part, we are going to design the UIs that we have left in the part 1. So let's get started with the main screen. In the main screen, we have nothing but a simple center widget with a child text main screen. So in our Food Prime app, our main screen is going to look something like this. We have a bottom navigation bar with home, cart and account, and here we have two categories, and there in the cart we also have some screen for the cart and also for the account. So let's get started in here. Remove this center widget from here and put this scaffold in here. And to build the bottom navigation bar, the scaffold provide us the bottom navigation bar. So here in Flutter we have a built-in widget bottom navigation bar, and it has a compulsory property that is the items, and also it has the current index, and it has one more property that is on tab, that when a tab is clicked, so what we will do to change the current index and switch between the page. So it means here we are manipulating the stat. So in that case we will have the stateful widget instead of the statless widget, and remove this const from here to overcome these errors from here. In this on tab, this gives us the index, the current index of the page that is just tabbed. And then we are going to have a variable of int current page index, which will be by default equal to 0. And then when it is tabbed, we will set the stat, and this current page index will become equal to the index that is clicked. And in the current index you'll pass that index, and in the items it accepts the bottom navigation bar items. So for that we will put 3 bottom navigation bar items of icon home and their label home, cart and account. And then here are some other properties such as selected item color. So when the item is selected, its primary color, its color will be the primary color, and when its selected label style will be text style and its color will be primary color. And let's also make this constant, and here after this we have 2 scaffolds. Let's remove this one, or we can just cut this scaffold from here, and we can have bottom navigation bar in here, paste it in here, and remove the scaffold from here, because this is not going to be a good practice to pass another scaffold in the body of the first scaffold. So in the body after the bottom navigation bar, we are going to have a method of switch pages on index, and we will pass the current page index inside. So this switch page index will going to be a method which is going to accept the integer index, and in the body of the switch page index there will be a switch case which will switch on index and is going to check for the cases. When the index was 0 we will return the home page, and if the case was 1 then we will return the cart page, and if the case was 2 then we will return the profile page. So now let's go and create these pages also. Inside the main we will create one more directory. This will be nav pages. Inside the nav pages we will create one more directory, home, and also for the cart we will create a cart directory, and also the last one, the directory, not this one, it will be a cart, not the cart but profile. Inside the home we will create the home page. Inside the cart we will create the cart page, and also for the profile we will create the profile page. So in the home we will simply create a stateless widget home page, and the same thing that we are doing with all the widgets which for now contain nothing. Return a scaffold body center child text with home page, and for now let's make it constant and copy it, paste it in here, change it to profile page, and also change its name to profile page. The same thing for the cart, change its name to cart page and also cart page, and then come in here and import these pages, and it's better to make them constant. After this we have an error. Okay, we don't have to put the semicolon in here. That's it. Now if we Ctrl S to hot reload, we got this home page, and we can switch between the pages, cart page, profile page, like this. So we have created our main screen with the bottom navigation bar with the home, cart and profile page. So let's go and design the home page this time. Again, it's time to remove the constant, and from the body remove the center widget. So let's look at our home page, how it's looked like. We have these two category items, grocery and fruits and food. We have some description for them and one image. As they are aligned vertically, so we will put the column and children. And also to give them space from around, we'll wrap this a container, and its margin will be inset.symmetric. Vertically it will be 20 and horizontally it will be, let's say, 15. And here let's start designing our first category item. So we are going to have a container with the padding of horizontal and vertical 10, and its width will be infinity, and its height will be the 20% of the screen, accessing it from media query. And then for the decoration of the container, we are going to have this kind of decoration with white color. Let's import this white color, and then we have the border radius of 10 and the box shadow with the offset with the x-axis of 0 and 1, and its spread radius is 1.5, blur 5.5, and its color is gray with some shading of 350. After this, when I hot reload, I got an item just like this with some shadow and its white color inside, like that. Next, inside the child of this container, we are going to have a container with the padding of horizontal and vertical 10, and then we have a row and an expanded widget and simple an image of home image 2. What we are doing simply here is inside the row we have an expanded column, which means that we are giving all the space to the title and the description, and then the remaining space that an image can take will be taken by this image, and all the available space will be filled by these two, title and description, and their style. Title font size 25 bold and its font size 15, and its color is gray with shading of 700. Now if I Ctrl S to hot reload, I got it something like this. But if we create this thing 2 times, so again this is going to break the try principle, do not repeat yourself. So what we are going to do in this case is, first of all, let's make it constant, and let's cut this container, and let's create a method for this and call it home category item widget, and this is going to return this. Here we will pass build context, and then there will be some required parameters, or some can be null. Let's say string title, and let's say this will be required, and for the second one there will be a string description, and then finally the string image. This will also be required, and also the final thing, void callback to give it some tap action, and this will be also on tap, and let's make it nullable. So we're gonna have these required items, and this one will be null. So we will wrap this container with the widget gesture detector, and then on tab, not directly the body, but we'll pass our on tab that we have created as a parameter in this home category method. And then this context is gotten in here, and the title will be the title, and the description will be description, and let's remove the const from here because that is a dynamic data, and let's say we can also remove this from here, so this will be good. Let's also remove this because we have a single description but not other parameters. Let's also make this constant, and for this image we will also do, let's remove this string from here and pass the image in here. So we got this method. So now we can use this method in here 2 times with the parameters that we have just passed. So first we'll pass the context, and then we're gonna have the title. The first title is going to be string grocery and fruits, and then we are going to have the description, which will be order fresh vegetables and fruits anytime, anywhere. And then we are going to have some other properties of image and on tab. The image is home image 1, and in the on tab we are doing to, when it is clicked, it is sending us to the grocery and fruit main page. So for now it's not created, so in the home we will create one more directory that will be home category. Inside the home category we are going to have 2 pages that will be grocery and home main page, and also we are going to have the food main page. And it will be more better if we create the food and also one more directory inside the home category, grocery and fruit. And let's move this food to this food directory and move this grocery to this grocery and food directory. That is because they're also going to have their detail page, so in order to not mix up everything, it's better to have separate directories for each of the file. And then in the grocery and food we are going to have again a stateless widget grocery, and let's also copy that name in order to not waste our time. It will be grocery and fruit, and like that let's import the material dart and give a scaffold, and then body center child text of the same thing, grocery and food main page. Put the constant in here, copy it and paste it in here. This will be simple food main page and will be same food main page. There we go, we got this. Now let's import this, and our first home category item has been created. Now let's copy this and put some size box in here. Let's say size box of height 20, and let's paste it in here. Let's make this constant, and this will be for food, and its image will be home image 2. This is going to send us to the food main page, and both will be constants, and its description will be something like this: order from your favorite restaurants and home chefs. That's it. Now if I Ctrl S to hot reload, I got these 2, grocery and food category, but for now they'll take us in here food main page, as we are sending our user to using the push method. So when you click this back, so this will also allow us to come back, as they are creating a stack like structure for navigation. Also, to give them some more space vertically, let's do something like, let's say 40 in here, so this will become more clear from top. So our home page is successfully created. Now it's time to create the cart page. So our cart page looks something like this. We have in the app bar, we have the Food Prime logo, and we have these 2 items in here, and we have the items, delivery fees, total, and that's it, a checkout button. So to create this, we will go to the cart page and remove the center from here. First of all, we will remove this const and put an app bar. We are gonna have the background color of white. We can use our white constant, white color, instead of using the direct color start white. And we are going to have a title. We are going to have in the title image asset, as this is going to accept the widget, so image asset is also a widget. We will do assets word app logo.png, and that's it. Now In the body, we are going to have a container for giving some space. You can also use padding, but it is the same thing again. The padding also allows us to give some padding around a widget, and in the container this also has the ability to give some padding around other widget that is going to be a child widget for the container. So we can do age insets dot symmetric horizontal 20 and vertical also 20, and its child is going to be Sam column and children, and make this constant. Now if we Ctrl S to hot reload, we got this food prime in here. Now we have to create the two cart items. For that we are going to have some text, and let's say two items in the list cart as we have seen in the image. Its style will be text style and font size of 15, font weight and font weight of bold, so that we will get two items in the cart. Next we are going to have some size box vertically, let's say 15, and then it's time to create the cart item. So to create the cart item, we are going to have a container, and then we are going to have width of infinity and height of 110. And for the decoration, we have its white color, border radius of 8, box shadow of offset like this. At the x-axis we pass the 0, and at the y-axis we give some more space for giving the shadow. And let's make it constant. Its spread radius is 1.5 and blur radius is 6.5, and its color is gray of 300 shaded. And then its child is going to have a row widget. That is because if we look at the design, we have this image and this data, so it means they're aligned horizontally, so we are going to have a row. And then to put that image in here, we are going to have the image dot asset, and from the asset we can access the image, let's say pizza popular 3.png. That's it. And then put some size box in here, and right after this we are going to have a column. That is because in the design we have this data aligned vertically, so we're going to have a column like this. So inside the column we are going to have one more row. That is because in the column we have first item aligned like the cheese pizza and that cancel icon. So for that we are going to have one more row item in here. It's children, and inside this row its main axis alignment will be space between to align them, to align one item at leftmost and align the other one at the rightmost. So inside the row we are going to have a text with the font size 15 and font weight of W500, some little bit bold. And then we are going to have a container with width and height 30, and in the decoration its border radius is 5 and light gray color, and it's in the children we have a center icon of clothes with the color of primary color, which is orange like color. And now if we Ctrl S to hot reload, we got this like that, and where the pizza popular 3 is not loaded, it's saying unable to load the asset. That is because we also have to pass the asset slash. From the assets load that image. So we got it like that. We have the image and the pizza and this cancel icon. Now to align this cancel in that rightmost, we have to give this column the whole space available. So we'll wrap this column with the widget expanded, so this will take the whole available space, and our cross button came in here and the space between start working in the row. And now to give this some spacing from this right side, from the top right corner, we can do to wrap this children row with padding, and we can also use a container, but let's this time use padding, and it will be symmetric horizontal 5 and vertical also 5. So we got some spacing like this. Now we want to have this times food, the price, and this increment and decrement counter for this item. So for that we will do to have outside from this row inside the column, we are going to have a text of text food and some size box and the price for 49 and some styled font weight is W600. Now Ctrl S to hot reload. We got this food times food and also this one, the price. To move them in the center, we have to do cross-axis alignment of the column will be in the start. So there we go, we got them like this. Next thing we have to do is to create this increment and decrement stuff for the item. So after that we have to do to put some size box. So after that we have to do to create a row and children, and its main axis alignment will be in the end. And inside the row we are going to have two containers, and between them there will be one text of 1. And if you want to really increment and decrement in here, so you can create a stat variable. So this will allow you to increment, decrement between this text, between this quantity of the item. Now if you Ctrl S to hot reload, you got this in here. Let's make this like this constant, so this will be good. But again, if I copy and paste this so many times, so this will not be a good practice. So for that item we will create the item card widget in here. Let's say item card widget, and this is going to return this, and this is going to accept some parameters. That would be the string title and the string price and the string image. That's it. The title will be the pizza title. Remove this const from here and make the constant for the text style, and for this we will do image, and then for the price we will do price. But we also have to remove the constant from here and put the const for the text style. Now we can call this item card widget after this and pass the data like the title. Let's say pizza, and we pass the image of pizza popular 3.png, and then for the price let's say 23.4, and that's it. For the first card item we can copy this one and give some size box height of 15, and then this, make this constant, also this one. So we got these two card items with the same data, but yes, you can change their data, and also you can use a list view in here to have the item scrollable. And after that, in the cart page, one more thing we have to do is to also create the item details, like the items, how many items are there we have in the cart, and also delivery fee and the total, and also one button off for the checkout. So we have to create, after this we are going to have a row children, and the row main axis alignment will be in the not center but the space between, and for the row there will be simple two text, that would be these text items and 2. We can say we can have more items, the dynamic items coming from the database, so you can pass their length, so this will show up in here that how many items are there we have in the cart. And to make this 2 items, this one in this start, so we can again do cross-axis alignment.start. I forget it in the initial, so let's do it like this. So we get the items 2 in here, but I want this to be aligned at the bottom. So for that we have to do is to cut this and create a column and children, paste in here, and wrap this a widget exponent, so this will take all the available space and the items will be moved to the bottom. So let's also put the comma in here so you can see the items cart in here. So then we have to do is to create also the delivery fee and the total. So again the same size box of height 10, and the same copy this row from here, paste in here, make this constant, and inside this will be delivery fee, and let's say v2 slash backslash $0.00. To use a $, you can use this backslash to make this work. So if you Ctrl S to hard reload, you can see we got this $, in here just because of using this backslash with this $. Otherwise, this is used for string interpolation. So if you want to type the $, so you have to use this backslash in here. And then we need a divider. So we got the size box, a divider in the form of container with double infinity, mean maximum width and height 1, color with the 350 shade, and again the size box. Ctrl S to hard reload, we got the divider also, and then we need the same row showing the total. Now paste it in here, and this will be, let's say, total, and let's say 55. There will be a $, like that's it. We got it like this. Now we need a button container widget. So after this row, we will put some size box height about, let's say, 30, and then there will be a button container widget, not the button bar, but this will be a button container widget with the title of checkout, and the on tab, this is sending us to the payment page. So let's also create the payment page in these screens. This will be payment, and inside the payment, let's create the dot file payment screen. This will be a stateless payment screen, and again import this with this scaffold and body, not background but body, center, child, text of, for now, payment screen. And then we can use its import payment page. It is, let's say, payment screen, and let's also make this constant. Ctrl S to hard reload, we got this checkout button also. We are using the push, so we can go and also can come back. So our cart page is also successfully designed in here. The next page is to design the profile page, and I told you in the area of item card widget, you can also use the list view to have the list of items. So let's also do this. You can just simply cut this item cart widget and here remove this column from here, or you can place this text outside the column, and let's again cut this and remove this column from here and put the list view dot builder. This is going to have the context and index, and this is going to return the cart item widget. This is going to return the infinite item widget, so you also have to put the item count, let's say 10. So this will 10 times returns the cart items in that list view. So that's it for this one. We have also created the scrollable view for the cart items. Now we can go for designing the profile page. So to design the profile page, you can go to the profile page, and again same, remove the center from here, also this constant. Again we need something like app bar as we had in the cart page. So inside the scaffold, we will do an app bar with the background white and the center title to true, which means that the title will be in the center, and again the title is again the word app logo. We have also the action buttons, which is the icon button of settings. Its color is black. When it's clicked, nothing will happen, and you can also create your settings page if you want to, and some size box to move it a little bit from right. Now if we Ctrl S, nothing will happen because we also have to do something with the body. Let's say again our container with the margin of agent sets, that's symmetric, horizontal 20, vertical also 20. That's it. Make it constant. Now Ctrl S to hard reload. We got it like this. Now what we have to do is to put the child and then a column and children, and then what we have is in here the profile, the name, and a divider, and just 3 same items of settings. So here we can create a row, children, and then we can have image.assets from assets user profile.png, and then we have some size box with the width of 10, and then some text of John Smith, some style, text style, font size 18, and font weight dot bold, and also make them constant like this. We got it, John Smith. And then after this you can put some size box of height 10, and then again a container like divider. You can also use a direct divider, but also this is a good way of doing it. Color and colors dot, it's colors, but the colors dot gray with 400 shade, and this will be color, not the child. Okay, that's it. Now after this we also have to put some size box of 20, and then we are going to have the settings items. So our setting items look something like this. We have a container with some rounded corners and an icon, the title, and one more icon at the rightmost, the arrow icon of iOS. So to create this we will do, so we got a container with the width of double infinity, height 50, and some padding with the horizontal and vertical 10, and its box decoration is again with some rounded corners. Its color is light gray, and a simple row inside another child row, and which is a language icon and the language title, and this will be aligned at the rightmost, and we have put the space between in here. So this is the arrow forward iOS, Ctrl S to hot reload. We got this language like this. Now what we have to do is we are not going to copy and paste this so many times, but instead what we can do is to cut this from here, and we can create again the settings item, and we can return this like this. This will remain the same for all of the others, and this item can be changed. This is not the item but the icon, and the title, where is the title? Here. It can also be changed. So we know the parameters, that would be the string title and also the icon data of the prefix icon. That's it. Let's also make it nullable. Copy this and paste the title in here, and then you have to do to also pass the prefix icon in here. That's it. There is an error, that is because we have to remove the constant from here and put the const only with the required widgets. That's it. So now we can call this settings item in here and pass the title, let's say language, and prefix icon start language, and what are the others? Help and the theme. So we can use some size box of height, let's say 15, and let's copy and paste it. Let's also put the constant, paste it 1 time and 2 times, and we got the language like this. So this will be help and the help icon, and also this will be, what is it, theme and theme. We can do, let's say light, and yes, we got this light mode outline. So we got it like this. We also have created successfully our account page. So now what is remaining is to create the detail page for the grocery and fruits, and also for this food, and their search page, and also the checkout page. So these will be created in the part 3 of building food delivery app, or food prime app we can say. So that's it for this episode, and I will see you in the part 3, which will be the final part of building or designing the food prime app. So after that, the food prime app designing will be completed, and you can also get this code from the GitHub. That's it. See you in the part 3 of building food prime app.